Hello painting peeps and welcome. It's Kathleen from COZ Creations. Welcome to the No Bra Zone number 3, guys. I am happy that you're here. I'm happy that I am here. And I'm very happy that a fellow artist, a friend, the handsome, talented, wonderful Nate Bright is here in spirit. We are doing a collab today, and it is my first collab with Nate, and I was honored when he reached out and said, "Hey Kathleen, let's do a collab." And I said, "Hey Nate, I'm all in." I said, "What do we do?" He said, "How about if I do one of your landscape swipes and you do my Nautilus pour?" And I said, "Nate, I am totally okay with that." Although this girl generally does not paint with gadgets. Nothing wrong with painting with gadgets, but I had to go out and get me some gadgets. I had to get me a sink strainer. And what Nate did to his, I did to mine, not with much ease because this thing is pretty heavy duty. There was a little holder thing in the middle there, and I worked it and eventually snapped it out to make a hole because that's what Nate did with his. But look at that lovely little lime green sink strainer. And right here I've got Mixed Media Girls split cup, and it's a 3-chamber split cup because as I watched Nate's videos on his beautiful Nautilus pours, he used a 5-chamber split cup, but I was pretty sure that he only filled up 3 chambers. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, Nate also paints on a much larger canvas, a 20 by 20, but I don't have a kiddie pool or anything to put my spinny thing on, which is under my canvas, to catch all of my drippings. So I opted to go with a 12 by 12 gallery wrap canvas, hoping that that works just fine for my space. What else? Well, I went and I watched a bunch of Nate's videos to see how he does this, and he does a beautiful job, and I am hoping that I make you proud, Nate. And I'm using some nautical colors for my nautical pour, but I'm also using a new pouring medium today, and it was not by choice. I am totally out of my mix pour that you get from darling Krista at krista8974@gmail.com, and my pouring mediums are all relatively thin. My GAC 800, my Liquitex pouring medium, and then Floetrol has a little bit of thickness to it depending on who you get it from. So I found with my pouring mediums, I found this these people sent me a while back. And I remembered when I first checked it out, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is way too thick for me. And then I thought, well, geez, let's go ahead and try it today. It is New York Central Art Supply, and it is their gloss medium. I can't tilt it too much for you guys because the bucket is very, very heavy, and it's also very, very full. But this is my pouring medium today, and it is thick. It's thick as molasses. So all you thick loving pouring medium peeps out there, you might want to give that a go. We'll see how this does, how it flows, how it dries. So how I mix my paints: I put a big old squirt of GAC 800 in the bottom of my cup, and then I add about 1 part paint to stir that GAC up in it really well, and then I added 2 parts of this new pouring medium. Now, 2 of these paints took some water because they were very, very thick, but the rest of them are just straight GAC 800, the New York Central pouring medium, and paint. Let's take a look at the consistency that we have going on here. And if you guys have been following me, you know that I don't paint often with thick paints, but I sure enjoy it when I do. So let's go ahead and talk about our colors, guys. This is our base coat color. Nate always puts a base coat down first. This is a little bit thinner than my pour colors. This is Amsterdam Titanium White. that I got from Fluid Art Co. Fluid Art Co., I'm so excited you're carrying Amsterdam paints as well as those lovely TLP, this little piggy pigments. Let's take another look at that. So this is a little bit thinner than my pouring colors. This right here is more of the Amsterdam titanium white, and what I did was I added just a drizzle or two of the Deco Art satin enamel to hopefully have some fun things happen. Fingers crossed on that. We're getting a little monochromatic here today, guys. This right here is a yummy color. That is Deco Art, and that's their matte metallics, and that is their charcoal. Love my Deco Art paints. Now, I'm on the fence about this one, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Right here is a fluid paint. This was Golden Fluid Acrylics in the iridescent silver, and luckily, even though it was a fluid paint, that pouring medium was heavy enough to make this the same consistency as the other paints. Gosh, it almost looks like it's a little bit thicker. Right here, one of my favorite paints of all time, and a lot of people are scared of it because it can be a little bit bossy. This is Deco Art Metallics, and that is their pewter. And the reason I chose to add this into the mix is because whenever I use the pewter, and I use it with the iridescent silver by Golden, it sells up and does some beautiful, beautiful effects. So let me get these out of the way and we'll talk about this paint. I'm on the fence. I initially grabbed it and said, let's put that in our cup because that is pretty. This is Deco Art Metallics, and that is their sapphire. And then when I was reaching over here to grab my little spinny thing, my eye caught Treasure Gold Blue Quartz. So I wish I could hear you. I wish you could give me a shout out. But I am kind of leaning in this direction instead of this direction because this has some silver undertones with it that goes with all of these yummy colors. So what do you think, guys? I think I'm going here, but we'll save this and we'll use this a little bit later, guys. So what else do I need to share with you? Base coat goes down. Nate uses strings that he puts across the canvas in two ways to find his center. I got no string. I thought I'd use maybe my wooden skewers, but it's a smaller canvas. I'm pretty sure I can get pretty close to center. What else? When he layers his cup, he puts his white in the middle. And then in his last pour, he put one color on this side and then he layered these colors, keeping in mind that the first color in this chamber is the last color out of the cup. So what else? I don't know. I'm just going to give this a go, guys. Fingers crossed that it all works out. Nate Bright Art, I thank you, darling. I can't wait to see you at the Fluid Art Experience in just about 14, 15 more sleeps. You are a dear heart, and I'm grateful that you reached out to me. Let's put some tunes on, guys. Let's get busy. does not give up. My camera shut off because my phone rang. You didn't get to see the end result of the last painting, although I'll show it to you dry, and I am just not done with this. I'm not done with my Nate Bright art technique, the nautical pour, and I will keep going till I get it right. So we are at it again. I went and watched a few more of Nate's videos, and he did a nautical pour that was just glorious with some yummy, yummy colors. So I'm doing something similar, Nate. I hope you don't mind. Right here we have Artist Loft in the titanium white. Right here we have Amsterdam Standard Series in the Azo orange. And right here we have this lovely My Boyfriend paint, this little piggy, and that is Show Pony. Darling Jeremy, this is a bright, bright, yummy pink color. So what I'm going to do, these are all mixed the same. I am going to put my base coat down, which is Artist Loft, Amsterdam in the titanium white. Now this is just a little bit thinner than these paints. Let me show you real quick the consistency. It leaves a mound on a mound on a mound before it dissipates. And fingers crossed, I am gonna make Nate Bright proud, guys. Let's get busy again.
I've been waiting around for you. Why did you take so long to come to me? Maybe you were waiting around for me too. So I feel you're some kind of...
That's not bad for attempt number 3. These colors together are just glorious. Nate Bright, I had so much fun with this, and I'm not done with these nautical pours. I'd love to learn how to keep this center area a little bit smaller, maybe thicken up my paints a little bit, and use a little less paint. I don't know. This girl is not done with this technique, but let me see if I can pick this up without dropping these cups it's resting on. Look at that. That is yummy goodness. Now let me try to get these back. Whoops. There we go. That was good fun. Nate Bright, you are a joy to watch, a wonderful teacher, and I am so excited that you invited me to do this. Guys, let me real quick grab the other one that I did. This was my first attempt. It's got some good shimmer to it, but it's way too monochromatic. And once again, I have to master my centers, but boy, would these be fun to jump back in with a paintbrush after they're totally dry. And I might do just that here in this center area, add a little bit more white, along these edges like you see in through here. So fun technique, fun things to do with this technique, guys. Nate Bright from Costa Rica. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.